Hey friends, welcome back. I love sharing with you things that I learn and things that I'm doing that improve my life, hoping that we can all build a life we love together, build a life that we don't need to escape from. Today, I'd like to talk to you about my morning routine, because I found that when I get my morning routine right, my day is completely different. And this took me years to learn. Hopefully I can help you learn it in a few minutes instead of a few years. A morning routine that will make your life better. And your morning routine may look a little different than mine, but maybe with learning and hearing what I do, you can develop the morning routine that's perfect for you. So typically my morning starts off with waking up. Well, who doesn't wake up? And then 5 days a week, I actually go to the gym with my son and my daughter. What I do is I do 2 days at the gym, 1 rest day, 3 days at the gym, 1 rest day. That's 7 days in a week. So my gym routine is the same every single week. I go there 5 days a week, first thing in the morning with my kids. I do a simple routine. I do 10 minutes of upper body weight training type exercise, really simple. And then I do 20 minutes on a treadmill. Now, let me encourage you here for a minute about the gym. Because for most people, the gym is a daunting idea. And a lot of people don't go to the gym because either A, they don't know how to use it, or B, they're embarrassed about their current physical condition. Well, a gym, yes, physically fit people go there, but it's also intended to be for those who are not physically fit to help them increase their physical fitness. And when your body is in shape, it changes everything else in life. So I encourage you to try a gym out. Most chain type gyms are only $10 a month. So it's not a very large financial commitment, but the physical exercise piece of it, even if you're not aiming to get physically fit, I'm not terribly physically fit either, but just the exercise that I do has increased my energy, increased my ability to focus, and increased my ability to think and process throughout the day. So this is a vital way to start my morning. When I go to the gym in the morning, it really helps me wake up, it gets me moving, it gets me breathing, it gives me this energy for the day. And it seems like going to the gym should actually reduce your energy because you're expending so much energy at the gym, but it's exactly opposite. It really gives me the energy I need. So after the gym, I come home, I make some breakfast. I usually have some eggs, make some breakfast, have my breakfast, and then I do a quiet time. And that is I read my Bible. Right now I'm doing a read through the Bible in a year plan, so I'll read the chapters for today in my read through the Bible plan, and then I'll pray, and then after that is when I start my work day. And this is really important because now I've started my day with physical fitness, which has woken me up and given me energy. Now I have some time to reflect on the Bible and God's Word, and if you're not a Christian, you can just take some time to think or process or journal, because this will help your mind move forward. I spend time with God in the morning. It gives me time to get my relationship with Him right and to talk with Him about what I'm doing and where I'm going and learn from His Word. So now I start my day. I've done my quiet time, I go start my day. The first thing I do is I look at my to-do list. What I do is I keep a project board. I actually use Asana for my project board. So all the things that I have to do are on this project board, and I organize it all the time. And I can look at this and see what my tasks are that have to be done. Some of them have dates, some of them don't. And this keeps me really efficient. So I can see what I've got coming up. Okay, now I'll check some email and some other things, and then I'll just start pecking away at the things on my board, one task at a time. And having this board is really helpful. When a new email comes in or a new request comes in, I don't go do it right away. I simply put it on the board. And then I quick slide it into a position that makes sense for when I told the customer that particular thing would be done. So I usually don't tell anyone I'm going to do anything instantly. No, I usually tell them it's a week. And I usually do it much sooner than that, but this buys me time and flexibility. So I just peck through the things in my list. Now, I usually don't schedule meetings for the morning because my most productive time of day is in the morning. So I can just work and work and work. And if I have some deep thought work, I ignore the job board and I just do that deep thinking, deep planning. I kind of use, actually I use this a lot. This notebook right here to write down a lot of the things that I'm thinking through and planning through, because I find that for me, old-fashioned paper works really well. I've used an iPad app called Good Notes. It's fantastic, but I keep coming back to just the old notebook. It really helps me process my thoughts, scribble things, and just, I don't know, there's something about it. But my morning time is so valuable that I don't give it up to mindless things like meetings or things that just drain my energy. So that is how I start my day. And I really encourage you to think about how your day starts, because the way you start your day will completely change the way you do everything, and it will change your productivity. It will change the amount of things you get done, and it will also change the way you feel about yourself. Now, let me back up just a little bit to my breakfast. I told you that I usually eat eggs in the morning. I do that because it's a high protein, high fuel content for my body throughout the day. If you start your day with donuts or high sugar cereal or something like that, it really is bad for your body and causes you to lose energy. So I really encourage you, when you eat your breakfast, that you eat something that is of high nutrition, high value for your body, to give you that energy to carry you through the morning and give your brain the ability and energy it needs to process the things in the morning. By doing this, you will accomplish more. You'll find that on the days when you eat donuts, you feel sluggish, you can't think clearly. It just doesn't work. Even though high sugar foods are common in the morning, they're not good for you, and they don't help you produce well. They don't help you think well. They don't help you have the energy and productivity that you need. Whether you're working for someone else or working for yourself, this is really important. And the decisions we make in the morning really impact the rest of our day. I mentioned that I go through my task list just one item at a time and just keep working through it. I don't skip over the hard things, I just do them. And in the mornings, I have that energy where even when it's a task that I don't really want to do, I have the energy to just do it. And when I get that task done, I feel great that it's done. And that's with even every task on the list. Every task that I do gives me an energy to carry on to do another task. Now, if I know I've got something coming up or it's lunchtime or whatever, I can quickly also look through my task list and find something that fits the gap of time I have left. So that helps me also be more efficient, because instead of just like saying, I don't know what to do, I've only got 15 minutes, I quick look at the list, ooh, there's something I can do in 10, I've got 15, perfect, I'll do that. Then I'll have time to quick grab a cup of coffee before heading off to whatever else I have to go do. So keeping yourself organized helps you do more and be more productive and feel good about yourself. Now the afternoons, I know I talked about morning routine. The afternoons is when I put in the meetings and other things that have to be done that are more energy draining and not nearly as productive. And then at the end of the day is over. And I feel like I've accomplished a lot, especially since I started off my morning so strong. So I encourage you to build a routine that works for you. In doing so, your life will change. You will become more productive, more valuable, and get more done than you ever realized you can do. Typically, I do more in one day than most people do an entire month. It really is that effective when you follow a routine like this. It is crazy how much time we all waste doing nothing or thinking about what to do because we don't have a good routine, we don't have a good pattern, we don't have a good system in place to get things done. So I encourage you, find your system, put it into place, and try it for a week and see how it does. And just because you put a system in place doesn't mean you're permanently stuck with that. Maybe you'll make some modifications over time. But the more you work at it and the more you perfect it, the better it will get. Hey, thanks for joining me on this journey. Remember, it's not about where you go, but it's about what you learn and what you do along the way. I look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.